I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I was laid off from CreativeLive. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a moment since I've made one of these. As you can probably tell from my quick intro there, I was laid off from CreativeLive. About 2 weeks ago, me and a bunch of friends, coworkers, and staff learned about the future of CreativeLive and what that meant going forward. But I just wanted to quickly talk about my experience with the company and specifically working for Chase Jarvis. It has been one wild ride to say the least. To be honest, in retrospect, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I mean, it was a very demanding and it was a very challenging job. A lot of late nights, a lot of weekends. But it's one of those gigs that, given the opportunity, I would do it again. I want to give a little bit of a backstory about CreativeLive and how I ultimately got to the position of where I am right now. It didn't happen overnight. That's the biggest thing I need to talk about. It was a process that unfolded over many years. Let's go all the way back to when I was in college in 2008, 2009, when I discovered Chase. I remember it was a summer and I was off and I found a piece of a video that he made about packing bags for photo shoots. It's a very boring video if you're not into photography and if you're not into video, but I found that and it was cool seeing rigging, it was cool seeing how things were getting made, and it was cool seeing how the pros were doing it and how I could soon do it that way too. And that was super inspiring and super uplifting for me, and it was something that really motivated me. I started consuming everything he made, a ton of content that really motivated me to get out there and start making stuff as a professional creative. This journey led a lot of different directions. I went to LA. I failed in LA. I came back home. I met him once in Seattle at a Seattle 100 show. Went to graduate school on the East Coast, worked at an ad agency, went back to Los Angeles to work in post-production, and 10 years later, somewhere in that long path, I saw that he was looking for what was labeled at the time a digital content guru. In many ways, the work that Chase was doing, the work that CreativeLive was doing, the Chase Jarvis live show on YouTube and the podcast was my education. I can only attribute that to Chase. He gave me the opportunity and he gave me the ability to chase after my dreams. I didn't think this was possible. It was one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever done. Just knowing that I was making work that connected with people and people resonated with, and they could use it as a means to chase after the things that they wanted to do in their lives. That was super exciting for me, and it was super inspiring knowing that I was able to contribute. But at the same time, it is easily one of the most demanding jobs I've ever had. I mean, the hours I worked were insane. With all that said, I would easily do it again. I would easily take another job with Chase, working for him and making content, because I know that in the short time that I was working at CreativeLive, I've grown so much professionally. I've gotten faster in editing, especially a multi-camera show. I know how to do podcasts. I know how to do social media derivatives, engaging social content. All of that came to being by working in a high volume environment with very tight deadlines. I don't think I'd be capable of doing those things if it weren't for a very intense environment like that. Sadly though, this opportunity has come to an end. Like all things in life, this opportunity is over. To be honest, when I learned that I was losing my job, I wasn't mad, I wasn't angry, I was just sad. I was sad that I don't get to hang out with the friends that I made while working at CreativeLive. I was sad that I was no longer able to have access to Chase in ways that I'd never had before, and I was sad that this was coming to an end. I know that I'm gonna be fine. I know that things are gonna work out for the best. It's just gonna take a lot of hustle and it's gonna take a lot of hard work. So that's all I really got for this talk. I just wanted to share my thoughts, I wanted to share my opinions, and I just wanted to say thank you to not only CreativeLive, but more specifically to Chase himself. Like, Chase, dude, thank you so much for this opportunity. I am so grateful that you gave me the chance to be part of the team. I am so grateful. You have taught me so much about what it means to be a professional. You've taught me so much about how to make work that resonates with people. And you've taught me so much about life in general and living a creative life. And I will always be grateful for the opportunity to have worked with you, but more importantly, to call you my friend. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you to CreativeLive. That's all I got. That's all the time I got. I'm gonna come back with another episode real soon. I just wanted to share my thoughts, but as always, create, share, and sustain the life that you want. Get out there and make some awesome work. Thanks, guys.